Mitch, have you got a team for tomorrow?
Not yet, Louis.
Thank you. Pat Cummins left out of that first game. What were kind of the reasons behind that, and is he back in contention for tomorrow?
I dare say Paddy will be back in. He's played a lot of cricket, had a long travel, and we wanted to make sure he was cherry right for this game. So, as simple as that.
How's Mitch start?
Starkey's all good, yeah. Just a bit of cramp from the other night. So, as I said, there was no unnecessary risk taken, and he's fit.
Just the start you guys had with the bat, the things you kind of learnt from a bit of a rusty start?
Anything I learnt?
You and the team, top order. Yeah.
I think we certainly know the conditions that we're going to be faced with throughout the tournament now. So one of the key things we've spoken about is just trusting ourselves and, first game of World Cup, maybe a bit of nerves, but nice to get the win and, looking forward to tomorrow.
Mitchell, just in terms of the conditions and what you do expect to face, how does that kind of shape your thinking with, how you might line up through the tournament? You've commonly gone with 3 quicks. Is that sort of what you're favouring, or or do the conditions perhaps make you think about 2 spinners?
I think with the 15 we've got a lot of options with our team that we can pick, and it will just be conditions based. And we're certainly not set on anything. Just we want to pick the right team for winning a certain match, and then go from there. So, yeah.
And in terms of the wicket that you've got out there, what do you expect the danger will be facing Mark Wood and Jofra Archer? Like, what kind of threat can they pose on that pitch?
Well, they bowl 150 k's an hour, so that's always a threat. They're 2 quality bowlers, and looking forward to that challenge.
Mitchell, does you guys are chasing a sort of hat trick of ICC titles. Does success breed success, and do you draw confidence from the fact you've already got 2 in the bag? Does that allow you to be a bit more relaxed out here almost?
I don't think so, no. I think I've spoken about it a few times, but I think one of the key elements of our success over the last period of time is our ability to stay present in high pressure situations, but also where we are now at the start of a World Cup, and tomorrow's about beating England and moving on from that. The carrot's there for every team at the moment to win this World Cup, and I feel very lucky to have been a part of some successful teams over the last sort of 18 months, but this is a fresh start in foreign conditions, and I guess we're just really looking forward to that challenge of seeing how far we can go.
Are you learning stuff about yourself as captain? Have you surprised yourself as what kind of a captain you are?
I don't think so. No, it's been very enjoyable so far. We've got a great group, very experienced, and they all prepare so well. It's, I don't want to say easy, but I feel very lucky to have the people in our team and our coaching staff to support me in the role.
Just on the captaincy, and you start to it, has anything sort of taken you by surprise or been a bit different about captaining here at a World Cup that you might not have realised?
You got to do a lot more media, which Paddy warned me about, and answer a few more questions. But no, not really. I certainly, I'd captained a few series before this World Cup, and I think there's just a lot of external pressures in the World Cup, but within our team, we try and keep it really relaxed, and hopefully the boys feel that environment as well.
First time captaining against England, has there been any talk about the extra noise and also on the field, the way that rivalry plays out, that you're going to be sort of responsible for dealing with?
It's a good question. I think in a World Cup it's potentially a little bit different. We play them once. Tomorrow's an important game for us to win, and then we'll move on to our next opponent. There's no doubt on the field there's a rivalry between Australia and England. It's always an exciting game, and it's a great game to be a part of, but I guess with the one-off vibe, it's sort of today's build-up, and then we move on to the next game. So, but we're certainly very excited for tomorrow.
And can I just ask about Nathan Ellis? what he is actually bringing to the side. And you said that Pat obviously coming back in, but does there come a point where you might leave him out for Ellis, not just to rest him, or how does that play around those quicks there?
Well, Nell brings us a lot of variety with the way he bowls. He's a great death option. But I think, as we spoke about before, we got a squad of 15 here and a lot of bowling options that we can go to. So whether it's 3 quicks, 2 spin, got to mull over that over the next few hours and come up with a team.
Mitch, you've had some pretty big performances against England. You talked about the rivalry there, but what is it on a personal level? What's it like for you, that sort of intensity? You seem to come out pretty well from it usually.
Yeah, I think I just you get that excitement tomorrow. I dare say this will be full and it'll be mostly English fans, so it'd be like playing at Headingley all over, or anywhere in England where you get sprayed. But just the atmosphere, the vibe of the game. There's always a lot riding on it, and I think as a team we always want to challenge ourselves against the best. England have been exceptional in this format for a long period of time now, so there's certainly going to be a lot on the game, and yeah, we're pumped.
And you talk about uniting these trophies, all 3 of them. I guess you could have done that in 2022 if you'd have had the thing there. How annoying was it to watch England lift a trophy at Melbourne?
I'm not sure annoying is the right word. I've got a few
what's
mates.
the right word?
Look, I mean, any team that wins it when you're not is it's always hard to watch. But I think if you look back at that World Cup, they were the best team throughout the whole tournament, and they deserved it. So we start fresh again here, and yeah, hopefully it's us, not them.
Cheers.
Mitch, Maxi didn't have the greatest IPL by his standards, and then started with the golden the other day, although fell to a great catch. What is it about his exploits that make you feel like he can come out and win the match for Australia, or can you just speak to his, I guess, preparation as well?
Yeah, well, I think it's exactly that. We know that Max is going to win us games, and there's going to be ups and downs with everyone in the team in this format. When you take the game on, which is what we want guys to do, we want guys to trust their ability, and Maxi's vitally important for us. Bats, bowls, and he's an exceptional fielder, and he's a good leader within our team. So for me, it's always a no-brainer.
Mitch, David Warner's the one survivor from the 2010 final here, and I think I'm right in saying that he's retiring from international cricket after this tournament. Can you just talk about kind of how you see his role? It's kind of evolved over the years, hasn't it? He's obviously started out as the kind of the bull charging out, and then these days he's probably, as we saw the other night, probably a bit more of a glue in the side.
Yeah, I think one of the things that sets Davey apart and why he's become one of the best ever to do it, certainly in the white ball format, is just his adaptability and his ability to read the game. The other night he sort of knew that he had to bat through with Stoyne, and we talk about that a lot, the adaptability that we're going to need if the wickets are a little trickier than what we perhaps are used to around the world. So I guess it's just leaning on his experience in that period of time, and he was fantastic the other night.
Mitch, they tell me Barbados is a bucket list location for cricketers. Is it so for you, and what's been so special that you've seen so far? And a couple of years ago, as captain, Michael Clarke said, cricket in the West Indies, one bad hour can cost you the match.
One what, sorry?
One bad hour?
1 bad hour, yeah.
Can cost you a match in the West Indies, nature of the surfaces. Is that a view in a T20 it'd be one bad over probably?
Yes, it'd be a long hour if you have a bad hour in a T20.
Yeah, correct. Is that a view that you share? I mean, you can lose it quickly, it can get away from you quickly in the West Indies?
Yeah, well, your first question, Barbados is, it's a beautiful part of the world. Cuz's Fish Shop, I think it's called, hotel. Best fish cutter on the island. I've had about 20 of those. And it's a special place. There's a lot of history in this place when it comes to cricket. So we all love coming here. The second part of your question, I think if we have lower scores, like we've seen throughout the World Cup so far, the margins become smaller. So it maybe is 1 over, 2 overs here and there that can win you and lose you games of cricket, and we all understand that. And I guess that's why it's exciting.
I think that's it, unless there's a final question from someone. That's it.